Good morning, welcome back to Crochet with Lulu. We have a busy weekend in store. Today we are going to make a beautiful Christmas doily. You can make this in any color you want. This is Red Heart Super Saver White. It's 100% acrylic. Isn't it gorgeous? I thought this looked like a giant snowflake. I'm calling it the Doily Wonder. And I just love how it came together. Now we're going to do the tutorial in Peaches and Cream Original. It is, you know I can't read that small writing. It's the colorway Gold. It's a medium 4. Focus, camera, focus. It is a medium 4. I can't get it to focus this morning. So let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and start our tutorial. We're going to start with our slip knot and a chain of 5. You don't need a long tail, but you do need long enough that you can work in when you're finished. So we start with a chain of 5, and I do have some notes here just so that I can kind of see where I'm going. Chain 5. Join with the slip stitch. And then you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 3, and you're going to do that 8 times. So your first one, you're going to have to chain 3 for your double crochet, and then you do your chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that counts as your first double crochet and your first chain of 3. You're going to go back in here, pull up, do a double crochet. Now I'm sorry, this thread is splitty, but I wanted to do it in this pretty gold to kind of give you some ideas of how pretty this can be in Christmas colors. So there's our second double crochet. We chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm not going to count out loud the whole time. I'm just going to get you started with the counting. We need a total of 8 double crochets and 8 chain 3s in this center circle. This thread is larger. You can use the size 10. You're just going to use a smaller hook. This hook I'm using, of course, is my trusty 4.5 millimeter. And I'm not sure why I'm not focusing here this morning. So let's stop and count. We have our starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do a chain of 3, and we're going to join at the top of this chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Our second row, this was row number 1. You don't want to pull this tail too tightly because it will, and we're done with the tail, so I'm going to go ahead and snip it. We've already sewn over it. That'll get that little booger out of the way. Okay, we need to be right in here. So we're going to slip stitch right inside this circle. We're going to do 2 double crochets. So we've got to chain our 3 to make our first double crochet. We chain 2 and put 2 more double crochet in that same space. We chain 3. We go into our next. We put 2 double crochet. Chain 2. I'm sorry, chain 3. I was right the first time, chain 2. Whew, I've had very little sleep this morning and I am worn out. Now, if I don't mark my notes, I'm going to keep messing up here. So we've done 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 3 in between them, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 3 again, we're going to jump over into this other space. We're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. And you may have to stop and just kind of pull your stitches over. This thread is a little stiffer than this was. But you see how pretty it works up. That would be pretty in variegated or red or green. Any color you want to use. So in each space, we're putting 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Then you do your chain of 3 and just work with your stitches. When you finish your doily, you can work with it and place all your stitches where they need to be. I think this gold is very pretty. Chain 3, go to the next space. Get enough thread out here to work with. Okay, we need a double. Chain 3 and 2 more doubles in that same space. And your doily's going to curl and frill and all that kind of stuff. That's okay, because we can straighten it once we come to the end. 1, 2, 3. Jump over to the next space, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Our next tutorial will be on a small star ornament. Okay, chain 3. And in this last space, we're going to do the same thing. 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Pull those stitches over. And then we do our chain 3. And we join with the slip stitch to the 3rd chain. Now you're going to have to pull that up just a little bit to see. 1, 2, 3. Go right in there. Join with the slip stitch. Now our next stitch, we need to be in this. So we're going to slip stitch twice to get over to that space. Once in the top of that double crochet, and then once in the chain or in the space itself. Now in this one, we are going to work, let me mark my, we're basically doing the repeat, except in between spaces we'll do 5 chains this time. So this is a repeat. We do our 3 chains for our first double crochet, just kind of pull it over. We do another double crochet, chain 3, 2 more double crochet in that same space. It's the exact same, except we are putting 5 chains between the spaces. So we have our 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we jump over here to this space and we repeat. 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. And this is the repeat for this row. Like I said, it's going to frill up and curl up and ruffle. And that's okay for right now. we'll bother with that when we get to the end. Chain 5. Pull some more yarn. And when you try this doily, let me know what colors you use. Okay, we go right into this space, right in between those 2 double crochets. We do 2 double crochets, chain 3, two double crochet, chain 5, we jump over that 5, gets us over from this space to this space. You're going to want to go into that space between the double crochets. Don't do it. Don't do it. Smack your hand if you have to. Chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 5, hop over that space, go into this space, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 5, hop over that space, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, I remember when I was a little girl, my grandmother and my aunts would always have them big old roughly doilies that they had stiffened with something, starch or lacquer or shellac or something. And those were the stiffest, and they would want it to curl up like that. But this will lay flat just like this one after you're finished and you pull all your stitches down. So have no fear. I was just pulling it to get out of the way here to show you. We've done our 5. It's been a busy month. My son's birthday is tomorrow. Then, of course, next weekend we'll have Halloween. And then the 4th, we have our big county-wide yard sale, or should I say city yard sale. Now remember, we go over that space and we want to go into the pointy space. So I'm hoping to set up the day of our yard sale and I've got some friends coming from out of town. They're going to set up and sell some things, and about all I have is some crocheted items that I'd like to sell. I'll have these doilies and some Christmas ornaments and beanies. We're just to the about to the end of this row. Okay, and we are to the end. So we've done our chain of 5. We're going to join in the 3rd loop. Going to have to pull it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Going to go in here and join with the slip stitch. And because we're right there, we need to be right here. So we're going to slip stitch into that one and slip stitch right into that space. This row is very similar. Let's go ahead and do our first double crochet. We do our chain of 3. We're going to do 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 double crochet in this one. Then we do our chain of 5. So we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then we do our chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We jump over this square space and we go into the next pointy space, curvy space, 3 double crochet, chain 2 this time, and 3 double crochet. I need to get me a winder, I think, don't I? I used to always ball my yarn up, and then I'd have to chase down this ball of yarn all over the living room. Excuse me. Do our chain 2, 3 more double crochet. So that's the repeat for this row. The fur babies are sleeping and snoring. Jump over that square space, go into the curvy space, 3 double crochet, chain 2 this time. And 3 double crochet. I just love this pattern. I'm going to kind of speed up to get you through this. Chain 5. Go into the next. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Jump over that one. Go into this one. If you're not careful, you will go into that square space. So just try to watch. Make sure the space you start your crocheting in is actually the curvy space. And when we come to the end, all you do is you pull out your stitches, fix them where you want them. I like Elmer's glue to stiffen mine, but you may want to use starch or the homemade stiffener. Okay. Be sure and go back and watch this from the beginning to see where your stitches go. And again, I'd love to know what colors you used. And if you used the large thread or the size 10 thread. I like either way. The size 10 thread, of course, your doily is going to be smaller. Okay, now we are at the end of our doily. We're just going to join with the slip stitch as we've done every row into that, to the top of that chain 3, that double crochet. Pull your yarn up a good little ways because you're going to want to weave it in good.